I can't tell you guys enough. If you're new at being a DJ or you're trying to create leads within your business, or if you're really just trying to grow, I cannot emphasize enough the power of networking within your own community and specifically the wedding vendors within that community. Last night, this is day 10 of me working on my wedding DJ business and not just working in my wedding DJ business. And what's funny is last night was actually kind of both. So I'll explain what that means. Last night, I had the really cool opportunity to I was invited and Rev was invited to be a part of this wedding vendor dinner that a friend of ours who's a wedding photographer here in town invited us to. She invited us to DJ. She wanted Rev to spin it, and I got us there and got us all set up, and it was just one of the most beautiful displays of a thank you that someone could ever make. And like Kim invited a bunch of wedding vendors that are in our area just to say thanks that have been a part of her journey, and we certainly are honored to be a part of her journey. She didn't need us, like she's amazing. But here's the deal, you guys, is that last night was one of the coolest parties that I've been a part of, and in fact, let me see if I've got some photos. I probably do. I'll show you guys here in a little while, but uh, actually, I have a video, a video short that where I'm talking about this, and there's some scroll there, so you guys can kind of see that. But anyway, I know I'm rambling. It's live. This is what I'm trying to do every day. But here's the deal. I think what happened to me last night was just I realized the power again of what my network really is to our business. I was sitting across dinner from my one of my dear friends. I really consider her almost like my big sister. She's one of my wife's best friends. We've known each other for 20 years. Her name's Brooke. And Brooke is the reason why we even have a business today. She and her family own a wedding venue. I think I've told the story. I went to DJ a wedding for her way back in 2020 just because she lost her DJ to for a reason. And I was there and she invited me back the very next week. And that year I did 37 weddings. It was crazy. And I'm sitting across from her last night and I'm enjoying the vibe. Like it was just so cool. But I'm looking around and I'm realizing, man, these people have referred me to clients and we've received and been able to support the teams that we've had. Hundreds of thousands of dollars have been referred to our business just by the people that I'm sitting around. And to be honest with you, I got kind of emotional, like, because without that network, you guys, like, Ozark would not be where we are, and we don't spend a dollar in local advertising, which is actually really stupid when you're thinking about it from a perspective of, like, owning a service business, a local service business, and not running ads. How like, what a it's like people would look at me and like, "What are you thinking, Russ?" And what I'm thinking is like, I probably am gonna spend like, we'll go through this, like, we are gonna spend some money on ads just to see, what that can do for us. But for number 2 is that the network that has been built around here, I don't need to spend money on ads because they refer all of their people to me. And what I'm thinking about that is that that's just really built on trust. And there's no magic elixir to create that. You just have to show up. Like you have to show up every single time, even if you don't feel like it, and perform and do the very best that you possibly can, and then invite them to share in the celebration with you, and those vendors will refer you. So, what I would say today that I really have realized, and that I really wanna address and talk, especially to those who have been joining me on this journey, is that I do not in the future want to sleep on networking opportunities with vendors in my area. I realize that that has chokehold me because I've been so busy doing events and so booked out doing other things and have not delegated enough to where I feel as though I don't have time to go do networking events. Like I turn them down all the time. I turn down, bridal fairs. I turn down, little private dinners here and there. But and that's really silly. It's dumb because when you're there and when you're in front of someone and they ask you what you do and you're able to just say, "Well, have you ever been around a wedding where the DJ was just not very good and the room seemed lively, didn't seem lively, and songs were kind of awkward, and people are like nodding their head, and then you get to say, "Well, I'm the opposite of that." And here's why. This is what I do. I own a DJ company, and here's what we do. Like when you get a chance to do that over and over and over at an event like this, you can only build your business. And so here, this is really, really interesting. I'll just use this as a prime example. Is last night I'm sitting around, we're talking, we were having a great time. I'm talking to a couple of planners and they were asking me how business was going. And we're just having a chat. And they said, just simple question, what's new for 2026? And I said, "Oh, you know what? We're actually gonna be dropping a couple of new packages. Uh, if you've been following along, you you can go back to the videos and see what I've been doing." But I mentioned to them, "Hey, we just bought some cold sparks. I'm gonna send out a big email to all my vendor friends, let them know that we've got more capacity and we're offering cold sparks now." Guess what? I got an email this morning to book cold sparks in May. Y'all, for attending an event that that where we danced and we had good food and good drink and we were there and we had the blast and I thought that I didn't have time for stuff like that. That's so stupid. Like that's just so dumb. Um and so I'm not going to beat myself up too much of like how have I been sleeping on some of these things? I think it's just that you get so ingrained in the things that you're doing that you don't step out of your little bubble that you've created and just try to get yourself to events like that. And so do not sleep on networking events like I have. And I'm committed in 2026 to do way more hanging out with people that do what we do because you only get better. What is it said? You're only as good as the people around you. You're only as good as, you are the five people that you're spending the most time with. And last night I spent time with some incredible, incredible people. And there's a couple of ways this year that I want to fix Ozark Mix and I want to launch us into the future that I know is coming along. And that is being with people that make us better. And here in Northwest Arkansas, there's not a better group of people. So, what I could say to that just to put this into practical things and not just throw out these ideas, but really, I wanted these things to be helpful for people that are watching this that are maybe new, that have maybe never done this before, and that you're just kind of jumping in. I would say the biggest thing that is important for me in the future, and certainly for me moving forward in 2026, is to go visit the venues that we're at all the time and give them updates of what we're offering. Okay, so that's number one. That's the first thing that I'm going to do. I'm setting up meetings and setting up times in my day over the next couple of months to go visit all of the vendors. I mean, sorry, all of the venues that are in our area. And there's probably 25, right? There's a bunch of them. So I'm going to go visit all these venues and just give them an update. Like last night was such an eye-opening experience for me to be a part of this networking time with wedding vendors. And to just be able to tell them kind of our new offers and things. And then for this morning to show up to an email and we've already booked it and they've already paid. Like that's crazy town. And it didn't cost me a dollar. It just was time. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go spend some time with wedding vendors. If you're if you are a wedding DJ and you're looking to really like jump into the next level, I would say the thing that really helped me in our business to kind of get to the next step in just in bookings and things like that was being on these recommended vendor lists at venues. Like that part is really, really important. And I realized last night that I'd not seen these operators of these venues in a long time. It's been years, some of them, and that's on me. I've spent so much time doing other stuff within the business. So I want to kill that, and I want I want to make sure that I'm headed that direction. So the thing that I wanted to leave everybody with today, and that I'm constantly working on, is abbreviate your calendar and let yourself have the time and the space within your calendar to network with other people that are doing what you do. Pay attention to what they're doing on social media, maybe the events that they are going to or haven't gone, are sharing about, reaching out with them, getting grabbing coffee with a couple of planners a month. Like it's just gonna go so far. And I am committed to that process in 2026, and I'll keep you guys updated on how that works out. But just wanted to share that. Wanted to say, hey, if you're in the grind and you're trying to grow, reach within your network and make yourself available and be with people that make you better. That's it. Have a great day.